Hello, Lorcana and TCG enthusiasts, and welcome back to yet another deck and gameplay video. Today I have an interesting deck. You all know I love Song Control because it's just a very strong control strategy, and you know back in set 1-2 I really did like Bodyguard as well. While Bodyguard was more like Musketeers and running around with the Musketeer cards, basically Mickey, Goofy, and Donald, because that's all we really have, and then throwing more bodyguards in there and throwing some other cards. Yeah. I think in set 2, I came up with the deck where I could, use a song control engine. I think I also did for set 1 as well, and then throw the bodyguards in it. So that's what we're checking out today. Song Guard, as I like to call it. This is basically song control with bodyguards in it. So we're not playing like a pure song control deck. We're using the song control engine style of deck, basically the same style of cards, but putting a lot more bodyguards in there to kind of guard up our singers, and using also to have it, those big, guys that quest for a lot, like Lilos. So let's do the card by card. We got 3 Cinderella, 4 Lilo, 3 the Queen, 4 Simba, 3 Ariel, 4 Baloo. This is the newest card that came into the strategy because Baloo's a bodyguard, and your opponent doesn't want to smash his bodyguard because if he dies, we just gain straight up 2 lore. So very, very good. Now we can also send this bodyguard at anything we want to as well to gain that 2 lore. So if we're only 2 lore away and our opponent hasn't dealt with this Baloo in any way and they just have rested guy that has 3 or more power on him, we just swing in, knock it out, we die, and then we just claim 2 lore, win the game. 3 Rapunzel, 3 the Queen, and 2 Stitch. For the Steel side, 4 Captain Hook First Challenger, 2 Binja because items are becoming prevalent now, 3 Storm Rages On, 3 the Strength of a Raging Fire, 3 of the Prince because he is a bodyguard, resist, and also does quest for 2, so he's kind of a nuisance in that sense. 3 then King Zeus. I'm running 2 Nabari as a bodyguard, but also with the ability to strike anything that is in active mode, so we can get rid of a lot of nuisance threats with her. 4, A Whole New World. 3, Beast. 3, Grab Your Swords. And finally, 3, Tinkerbells. Because we're not running a big, as you can see, package of, bodyguards, we're more or less, like I said, running, a song control deck. That's why it's called Song Guard. I don't have the Talibird in here. Nor do I have Lantern. You could probably put Lantern in here, but I'm already at 62 cards, so I don't want to go over that. And honestly, with my testing pre-hand, I haven't really need Lantern. So, with that said, let's jump into the ladder and see how well we do in a best 2 out of 3. Alright, round number 1 will begin Emerald Amber. Okay, pretty nice color combination. There are some things you could definitely do in that color. And we start off with a really strong hand here. Honestly, I think we're definitely throwing back the swords. It's not going to help us. I think Rapunzel's kind of out. Honestly, I don't think we need Strength of a Raging Fire right now. It's about a mid to late game card. Alright. We got something definitely. So this coloration does have... Basically, I 100% believe this color is definitely... definitely mill, or no, hand control. It's a hand control style without a doubt, so it does mean we're going to run into some difficulties here, because we, like I said, we are dealing with a hand control deck. I mean, it could not be hand control, period. Curse Merfolk is just super good of a card. Ah, yes. Good luck finding anything that's not a character. But I mean, he gets to see my entire hand, though. So, I guess he got to see all of that. I really don't think we need more Simbas. Honestly, I'm just gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna get rid of Namari. As much as Namari is neat, it's the highest, uninkable card literally in our hands. And just in case for some reason, Emerald and Amber suddenly got a character that has Rush, put up my Simba Bodyguard. Of course, next turn, we'll probably put up Baloo. Honestly, we may throw Binja into the Inkwell, just because he doesn't really have a physical target in this deck. But I mean, still, questing for 2 is not terrible. in any strategy that is not terrible. Of course, more merfolk. Why not? Well, at least we can get rid of the merfolk without having a problem. We just need a character that has 3 or more that can sing. I mean, we could do the queen to sing. Knock it out. Honestly, I think Ben's just gonna go here. We're going to shift the queen here. We're going to have the queen do a singing and the doodies and the da-da-das. I just don't want to play with the cursed merfolk, just because I just don't want to go down to a miserable amount of hand size. And again, the Stitch can't punch over this this Simba. And if he does quest with that Stitch in any way, the queen quest turns the Simba into a big honking monstrosity, and I punch over this this Stitch. Okay. Or basically, he's told me, now give me 3 lore. Okay, well, that's pretty nice. Sing, knock out this Stitch, because I don't want him to get into Rockstar. That's the one thing I do not want him to get into, is a Rockstar. So we'll ink that. We'll put in this blue. We don't need a bodyguard him. This blue is not threatening anything on this board. Quest for 1. Now, the thing is about this is that if it gets banished, it's pretty much a nuisance. Good man Rourke. Well, who did he, I think he hit my queen. I was looking at Rourke. Yeah, it's on play. He gets something reckless. And when one of your other characters banished, your opponent loses 1 lore. Okay, so he's basically forcing me to punch that blue. It's annoying, but nothing you can do about it. I'll put that away. That way I have Tinkerbell set up for a turn. Yeah, he's going to get the 2 lore. I lose a lore, by the way, too. So I'm down a lore as well because of Rourke. Super nice ability. What? Now, again, Rourke is 2/4. He's probably going to punch over this Simba. Oh, no, now he just gains evasive. Well, I guess that doesn't matter either way. He can't harm the queen. Give a queen evasive, okay. Actually, we're going to... Honestly, I think it's better we just sing this to knock out that Tinkerbell. All honesty. Alright. Oh, it's when any character's banished. I should have gone after Rourke. The problem is that Tinkerbell was 2 lore per turn, and I had no way to really deal with it. I don't have anyone who gives himself evasive for the turn. Hit those 2 quests. Minus give power quest. Alright. Well, this Tinkerbell is now going to be more of a nuisance for him because I can knock out the Flynn Rider. Yeah, I lose a lore here, but I'm going to give 2 more damage to that Rourke. Yeah, not the Tinkerbell. That is a nuisance. He's definitely not. But I am definitely spamming guys with lore, that's for sure. Yeah, I do lose a lore here, but I mean, I'm going to actually give the 2 damage to that Tinkerbell just because I rather make sure that if at any point he quests with another character. Because, I mean, look at the board state right now. He's definitely struggling to do anything. Unless you get a bunch of guys with evasive out, and then I don't really have counters for them. I mean, I have counters. It's literally called do all the questing. I mean, can my opponent please tell me how he's outing this? I just need someone to quest. I mean, I literally won. I won by the fact that I overquested. Basically, I played summoned a bunch of guys with too much big lore and then basically won the game, even with Rourke. I mean, yeah, sir, you don't have the win. All I have to do is quest with a single character and I have the win, which is what we're going to do right here. Quest, game. All right, well, game 1 goes to us. On to game number 2. All right, game 2 will be against Emerald Steel. So we played 2 Emerald decks. Now, Emerald Steel is probably going to be the more interesting matchup because this is a competitive strategy right now. This hand's pretty nice. I think we're just going to get rid of the high guys and keep everything else. Benja's nice to get that extra lore we need. Again, all these blocks are pretty nice. Okay, so basically we got probably the best combo around. Lilo into Simba turn 2. Just pretty nice. Honestly, I think Captain Hook's gonna go. We really don't have any songs to sing at 3 cost, so there's no point in really putting out the Cinderella. But anyways, this is the most powerful version of deck. This uses Emerald's hand control cards alongside the steel control cards. I've already done a deck profile and a gameplay video over it. Look up in the card for that. Of course, we just draw Let the Storm Rage On, you know? Sometimes you just draw the card. So we'll body... Actually, I don't need the Bodyguard this Simba. This has 0 attack. Now, if that had an attack, yes, we would have definitely Bodyguarded. Now, the big question comes into basically what's next. Do we just simply decide to say, go Benja and forgo this card? Or do we go next turn, go spin our 3, get rid of this, and then maybe have like these 2 set up for next turn? We have to get rid of one of them. Personally, I think it's going to be Cinderella. Another Merfolk. Ugh. He's going to spam Merfolk on me, isn't he? Interesting he didn't quest. Honestly, you would have decided to quest if I'm being honest. We're going to put the Cinderella away. I mean, right now I'm quite safe. The problem is, he did put that Ursula that does look at my hand and does get rid of songs, so maybe it works just seeing this song. Honestly, I think it's actually just better to put out the Benja. Threaten Benja's 2 lore per turn. Now, next turn, he does have the ability, or this turn when he inks, depending on if he's gotten the card to ink. He does have the ability to, like, let the Storm Rage on me. Which, of course, I can sing off a Benja for free. Donald Duck. Kind of makes sense. I don't think he wants me drawing more cards. He hasn't really shown, like... Well, there she is, everybody. Or, yep, there she is. The card everyone hates. Yeah, she's going to be a nuisance. Honestly, let's have Ben just sing. Try to knock out. Let's see what we draw. It's not great, because that is a Rapunzel we really can't use. So let's go with this. I'm going to Bodyguard this blue, and I'm going to put out this Lilo. Now, again, if he happens to sing something like Let the Storm Rage On, I really can't do anything about that. He's just going to target the 2 Lilos. He's going to knock out my 2 guys that are questing for 2 a turn. Honestly, what I may do is I may just, like, swing Benja into the Ursula, and then maybe, like... Or he's going to go hand control on me here. He's going to sing, there's no doubt in my mind, he's going to sing Sinister Chill. Yeah, there it is. Now, he can cycle it back in his deck. Honestly, I think that's the worth play to do, is to cycle it back into your deck. Now, you don't get a draw, and there's nothing for my hand to be lost to, so go figure. So he is going to do it. I mean, it is going to go back into his deck. So it does go to the bottom of his deck, which is nice. It does cycle itself into there. And again, depending on what I get, this Merfolk is pointless to me. I'll send, like, a Simba at it. I'll send whoever I want to go at it. Knock it out. There's nothing threatening my hand right now. The thing, though, is I'm going to threaten that Ursula 100%. I ain't going to let it stay up another turn. I'm going to smash it with Benja and Simba. Or I could just play it, Then Came Zeus. That gets rid of her. That way he can't, like, double sing his songs, which is pretty nice. I'm going to knock that out. Again, I have no hand. This is kind of pointless for him. I'm going to quest, going to quest, I'm going to quest, and I'm going to quest. In essence, if he doesn't do something to this board state right now, I win. I basically have just straight up won. This wins me the game right here. He basically, I don't know, unless he's got a swords right now, that'd be the only thing. would be like if you had grab your swords, played it as a normal cost, burn for the 2 damage, knocked out. Basically, all that would do is knock out 2 Lilos. Yeah, it's still a nuisance. Well, we got it. Songguard wins. Well, let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Songguard. Let me know also your comments on the gameplay. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. I'm going to see you here next time. Mama Dragons, PCG.